Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night. Welcome back from Night Radiance to the channel. And today we have another episode of Car Mechanic Simulator. And today we are working on a Mercedes-Benz W113 Pagoda. And it is a very nice car and we have to sell this one because it is a client's order. So, without further ado, let's see what we can do to this one. But first, if you haven't checked out the last episode, check out this episode as well, because we made this beautiful Jaguar XJS very pretty again. So yeah, let's check that one out. Now let's go back towards the Pagoda and now let's see what we can do to this one. So I will see you in the workshop.
One season later.
And here we are in the workshop after a quick wash and interior detail. So yeah, the body is very rusted, so we have a lot of things on our hands. But first we're gonna start today off with building the engine. I thought, you know what, let's switch it up a bit. So first of all, let's build the engine. And then we're gonna strip down the whole car and rebuild the whole car back up again. So let's start this beautiful engine build. The biggest change for the Mercedes 280 SL was an upgrade to the 2.8 liter M130 engine, with a maximum of power of 168 horsepower and 244 Nm of maximum torque, which finally gave the W130 adequate power. The performance improvement was achieved by increasing bore by 4.5 mm or 0.2 inches, which stretched the limits of the M180 block. This requires ungrouping the existing pairwise cylinder cast to improve thermal with cooling water passage between all cylinders, and mandated an oil cooler, which was fitted vertically next to the radiator. Each engine was now bench tested for 2 hours prior to being fitted, so their power specifications were guaranteed at last. The M130 marked the final evolution of Mercedes-Benz vulnerable single overhead cam M180 inline-six, before it was suspended by the all-new dual overhead cam M110 inline-six introduced with the R107 in 1973 European 280 SL models. For some time it was also used in the W109 300 S class, where it retired the expensive 3 liter M189 alloy inline-six. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen, the powerhouse of the W113. Well, it is a relatively simple engine to put back together, and it was quite fast, to be honest. Well, let's go over towards the car, because we first have to strip down this whole car before we can continue and do a restoration. So let's get this one stripped fully down towards its shell, and then we're gonna do a weld job and then reinstall the engine back towards its former glory. The Mercedes 280 SL was introduced in December of 1967 and continued production through 23 February of 1971, when the W113 was replaced by the entirely new and sustainable heavier R107 350 SL. Over the years, the W113 evolved from sports car into a comfortable Grand Tourer, and US models were by then usually equipped with the 4-speed automatic transmission and air conditioning. Manual transmission models came with the standard 4-speed or the optional ZF 5-speed, which was ordered only 282 times and thus a highly sought after original option today. In Europe, manual transmission without air conditioning were still predominant choice. Of the 23,885 280 SLs produced, more than half were sold in the US. And there we have it, the fully stripped Pagoda W113 Mercedes-Benz. A very simple build. Oh, 1 second. There we go. Now it's fully stripped. Okay, now let's get the welder over here. There we go. Out of the welding corner. There we go. And how much does it cost? 2,000. Ooh, a little bit expensive, but hey, we got a beautiful, nice shell. Ooh, I like the white on this car. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now, let's get the engine out of this room. A very nice inline-six engine. Oh, whoa. And nobody told me that this was a cast iron block. Oh, yeah. Come on. Come on. No. Don't crash into it. No. Oh. No. Almost. No. Almost. Come on, nitrate. Okay. Whew. Wow, what a heavy engine. But the powerhouse is back in its former glory. Now, actually quite a compact engine, a lot of room, and maybe like a massive turbo or something, or supercharger plus turbo, I don't know. We can do a lot of stuff over here. But before we're gonna continue on restoring this project, I need to repair some parts for this car and buy some parts. So I will be right back with you, and we are going to start with the build. North American models have a number of subtle differences. The most obvious one being the distinctive sealed beam bubble headlights required in the US versus the Bosch Lichtenheit headlights for the rest of the world. 1970 US models also required amber turn signal lenses on the rear lights, later than most other countries. Other differences of the North American models include imperial gauges, chrome bumper guards, side reflectors illuminated from 1970, lower rear axle ratio for faster acceleration, yet reduced top speeds, and no signal sights parking lights. US market 280 SL's engines required emission control modifications, including softer valve timers, a reduced compression ratio, and a modified injection pump, which produced power from 168 horsepower to 158 horsepower. In the US, automatic transmission, air conditioning, and white wall tires were much more popular than elsewhere. And there we have it, the fully restored Pagoda W113 Mercedes. Wow, what a simple build this one was. And yeah, let's see what kind of beautiful color that we can give. I think we should match something with the white interior, so not the white exterior, but maybe like a blue or something. Let's see. Well, we first have to go towards the paint shop to find out.
The next day.
And we have arrived at the paint shop. Now let's give this beautiful car a beautiful color that it should have. Well, okay, we do have a white factory color. I don't like the white for this car. Let's see, we do have a nice black. We do have a nice old school type gold, old school type bronze. We have a nice brown. Very nice, but this blue, man. This is a very nice color. Also the red, very beautiful. The green, ooh. Lovely. Well, I think I'm going with the blue. Although I see one mistake I have made. I forgot to put white wall tires on here, like it should have. But we are going to change that. Let's see, what kind of liveries do we have? We do have the Mercedes striping. Ooh, lovely, lovely. Number 1. We do have number 2 in black. Not so much. And we just have the Mercedes logo on it. Nice. And we have it in black as well. And what do we have? None. Well, I think I'm going with the white striping on this blue color. Very nice. And let's paint it this color. And there we go. There we have it. The Pagoda W113. Well, I'm gonna make a little change towards the tires. And yeah, I will be right back with you when we are outside. Oh, I got an achievement. Artist, paint 60 cars. Very nice. Well, we first have to go towards the dyno actually. So I will see you at the dyno when I fix the tires.
5 minutes later.
And we have arrived at the dyno. Well, much better improvement with the white wall tires. I put a 5th gear in the car, so now let's see what this car can make. So let's start the test. And the car standardly makes 169 nice horsepower at 5,840 RPM and makes 244 Nm of torque at 3,830 RPM. And let's see how are the numbers going. Well, the torque is going nicely and the power and the horsepower is actually going in a nice linear line. And let's see what the end results are. So that is a very nice number and I'm very pleased with that. So we currently make 260 horsepower at 6,310 RPM and we have a gain of 92 horsepower. That's an increase of 55% of the factory power. We currently make 348 Nm of torque at 4,005 RPM. And we currently make a total increase of 105 Nm of torque. That's 43% of the factory power. So that is a very nice number for this beautiful car. So let's get this one outside in the sun and I will let you hear the engine. Now, I gotta say, that is one of, if not the most beautiful interiors that is in the game, I think, in my opinion. And the engine, yeah, it fits the car, perfectly sounding, nice and elegant. Well, you gotta say to this car, it is a elegant looking car. Well, now we want to see how much speed this one actually got in his body. So let's go over towards the speed test.
1 season later.
We have arrived at the speed location, and now let's give this one a shot in the Pagoda W113. Now there we go, let's see. It is a rear wheel drive, so it could be a bit torquey. Nice. Third gear. 130. Let's see how fast this one goes. I was not expecting a big speed increase, but there's the 5th gear that I added, so we are currently going 200 kilometers an hour. That is very nice. And let's see, yeah, the speed is maxing out almost. Yeah, very nice. 227. Can we hit 230? Yes, we can. 232. 232. What a nice number for this car. Maybe a bit too much, but let's see. How is the handling? Okay, it is definitely got a little bit under power, but it handles very nicely. I am not actually like counter steering as much. It actually grips very well in the back wheels. Very nice car. Well, that is it for this car, ladies and gentlemen. Now let's get over towards the results at the garage.
5 minutes later.
And we have arrived at the garage back with the Mercedes. Very nice. Now, we'll take one last look because we have to sell this vehicle, unfortunately. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful. Nice interior. Very nice. Okay, what are the numbers, night rates? Yes, so I want to know as well. So we currently make a 100% car. That is what we have created, and we have a nice tuned engine which produces a 260 horsepower and 348 newton meters of torque, and we made it a tune of 56.5% increase. Very nice. And do we got other parts? Yes, we do. And the main question is, how much money can we make? Ooh, that's a good question. And the money is... Ooh, that's a very nice number. I'm very pleased with that. So we currently can sell the car for a maximum of 172,064 credits. And we have a total profit of 161,840 credits. So that is a very nice looking car and a very nice price for this vehicle. And I'm very pleased with the end results. And kinda a bit sad that it has to go. But hey, I'm running a bit low on the money, so we definitely have to sell it one. And the customer was already lining up, so we have to sell this one in a 3, a 2, a 1, and there we go. It is sold. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was it for today. I hope you all like and subscribe to this video. That would be much appreciated. And if you have anything to say, tips, tricks, or just something you want to say to me, leave it down in the comments down below. That would be much appreciated. And I will see you in the next video next Sunday. Peace out, everybody.